Hey y'all, it's me again. So today's topic I thought that I would do a video on is what it's like to live with depression and anxiety. So I've had depression since I was a teenager, I believe, or since I was like 13, 14-ish. I remember having it in middle school, and also anxiety in middle school. I'd get really bad anxiety just going to school, so I would want to stay home. I think a lot of it also had to do with the fact that I was picked on in school. I was the shortest kid. I didn't wear the fancy clothes or the clothes that were in style, so that was like one of the things that attributed to it. But depression is really hard. Like, you can be happy and have like a great life, but just have those days or weeks where it's like you don't want to get up out of bed, you don't really want to eat, you just feel really hopeless. And having that with anxiety is like really bad, at least in my opinion, and in my life it has been. I mean, take my life now. I have everything that I could possibly want. I have a wonderful husband. I have an amazing, smart daughter. I have a house, clothes on my back, food in my fridge, everything that I could possibly have, a car. But some days and sometimes I just get really depressed out of nowhere. A lot of it does stem from my body, because I also have had an eating disorder, and that's not necessarily something that you like get over, and sometimes that eating disorders and depression and stuff like that go hand in hand, and anxiety. So a lot of things that I have issues with kind of intertwine, and it's not like that for everybody, but it can be. And I also have PTSD from some stuff that I don't exactly want to talk about at the moment, but it just makes certain things really difficult for me. With the PTSD, it just, like, I have really bad nightmares because of it, and it has affected my relationship in the past, but I go to therapy for it, and that helps a lot. Well, I actually haven't been to therapy in a while, but I've got to go back because my therapist moved, but that's kind of neither here nor there. But depression is something that is really serious, and it's not just, oh, because your day's not going well, or because you don't get what you want, or whatever. Like, it's an actual thing that people need to understand. It's an illness. It's not something to take lightly. I've tried to commit suicide in the past, and I know that's something that a lot of people don't know about me, which thank God I didn't. Otherwise I wouldn't have this amazing life that I have now. And a lot of things can be like genetic. So both of my parents are actually bipolar, and they both have manic depression, or whatever you want to call it. So I've seen my mom have some of her, I call them episodes. I haven't really seen my dad because he lives so far away from me. And I've seen my sister, she has depression. I've seen her have really bad panic attacks before, to the point where she actually can't drive because of it. I think the only person who I actually haven't seen have an issue or issues in their life is my grandmother. Even when my grandfather died, she's one of the strongest people that I know, and if she has anything, I don't know about it. But I actually have a lot of friends that have a lot of the same things that I have. I don't want to necessarily call them issues, because it's not something that you should be ashamed of. And it's not really talked about. Mental health in the United States is not something that people talk about. It's not something that people think of that needs to be at the forefront of our healthcare system, and it really does. There are so many people out there living with mental health issues, mainly our veterans, and they are the ones that need the help. And you have normal people that have things that have happened to them, whether it's growing up or as an adult or whatnot. You know, you can still have things happen or these types of thoughts in your head, and people think, oh, you're crazy. No, you're not crazy. It's just something that happens to some of us, and a lot of people don't have someone to talk to, or don't think that they have anyone to talk to because of it. And they really do. Like, if you have a friend, you know, or you know somebody that has it, just be there for them. My husband, he has been there for me, and so is my family, for so many things, especially with my depression and my eating disorder. When I first met my husband, I was around 89 pounds. I ate maybe once a day, and I drank nothing but water or Gatorades if I didn't eat. And I actually had went from 150 back to 89 pounds because of a thyroid issue. And I am actually really terrified of getting or gaining weight. I have nothing against people who are bigger boned or curvaceous. It's just with the eating disorder and the depression, I look at myself in the mirror and I don't see someone who's beautiful. I see someone who has all these flaws, and my husband understands that, and he sits down and he talks to me about it, because he knows that if I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see, even if I weigh 95 pounds, that the number on the scale isn't necessarily the best thing. I currently weigh like 125, and I mean, I don't love my body right now, but I know I'm healthy because I eat 2 to 3 times a day. I don't limit myself on calorie intake like I used to. I eat what I need to sustain myself. I don't overindulge, but I don't starve myself neither. And it's good for people to have a support system like I do, because honestly, it takes so much to deal with certain things, you know. And for those of you who don't know, I was married once previously, and I did not have that support from my ex-husband, which is very difficult. A lot of people need a support system, and a lot of people don't have that. So if you have someone in your family or friends that is going through something, let them know that you're there for them. Always smile at people, always be nice to people, because honestly, you don't know what someone's going through at the end of the day. Someone could be dealing with something that you couldn't even imagine going through, and a little smile or, hey, you look amazing today, would change that day so much. It would make them really happy, and it would brighten their day. I know that helps me. I mean, my husband wakes up and says, "Good morning, beautiful," to me every single morning. And, you know, even my daughter saying, "Mommy, you're so pretty." I love that, you know, and not everybody has that, you know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of going on a tangent right now, but living with these things can be very difficult, but they can also be managed. For my depression and my anxiety, I'm actually on medicine for it, and it helps a lot. Like a lot. I can see the difference between my mood when I'm not taking my medicine than when I am taking my medicine. So for those of you that are struggling with any type of, I guess, mental illness, I would definitely suggest going and talking to someone, even if it's someone at a mental health clinic, or your guidance counselor, your mom, your dad, your best friend, someone you trust. Go and talk to them, because you need that. You need someone to know that you need help, in a sense, that you need someone there for you. If anybody's having trouble with anything, I'm always here to to help as well, so you guys can message me and, you know, talk to me, and I will definitely answer back, or I will at least most definitely try to. But just at the end of the day, know that you are loved and you are beautiful, and God doesn't give you something that you cannot handle. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So I love you guys, and just please definitely take things seriously when it comes to mental illness. Get the help that is needed. Try to do something that makes you happy. Get a hobby, go work out, something. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, or you want my opinion on something, or you just want to talk, send me a message and I will do my best to reply. Love you guys. Bye.